If this was episode 8008, it would actually spell boob on a calculator.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Apple's record profits taking the world by storm and robots in the desert. I'm John P. Let's see what we have on today's episode of Geek Beat. Today's episode of Geek Beat is brought to you by HipChat. Collaborate, save time, and be more productive with your teams. Invite your team members and get a free 30-day trial at hipchat.com/geekbeat. First of all, if you haven't registered for the NAB Show in Vegas in April, you need to head on over and use coupon code GeekBeat to get your free entry into the show. We've got a link on our site at geekbeat.tv/1008. We'll be doing the main NAB Show live broadcast, so even if you aren't going, you can put it on your calendar because we'll be bringing the show to you with our live coverage. But if you are going, we'll also do a meetup one night, so stay tuned for that announcement and we'll look forward to seeing you there. Now, on to the news. Last week, Apple dropped a bomb on the stock market. They had forecast revenues somewhere between $63.5 and $66.5 billion.
Is that all?
Now, Wall Street was expecting about $67.5 billion, but it turns out that revenue actually grew 30% over last year to $74.6 billion. Since the announcement, Apple's stock is up $10 a share to $120, making their current market capitalization over $700 billion. Compare that to, say, Exxon at $380 billion or GE at $248 billion. The stock market thinks that Apple is worth more than both of those companies combined, plus throw in a few more for good measure. Apple sold 74.5 million iPhones, 21.4 million iPads, and 5.52 million Macs. Those numbers were up big from the numbers of iPhones and Macs sold last year, but down big for the iPad. So anyone telling you that Apple's going down because Steve Jobs died clearly doesn't know what they're talking about. Speaking of taking the world by storm, the new Storm e-bike is certainly taking Indiegogo by storm, racking up over $3 million in pledges after launching about a week ago with only a $75,000 goal. They did it by launching an electric bike with a claimed range of up to 50 miles at up to 20 miles per hour on a 55-pound steel frame with a 350-watt motor and giant oversized tires. Originally, they did a 3-day push where they were offering the bike for $500. Plus, they were giving all sorts of rebates to people if they socially shared it and their referrals racked up sales. You could get up to about $70 back, bringing the price down closer to $430. Of course, that isn't really all you pay because if you want an extra battery, that's $179. Shipping is going to cost up to $194 in the US and more for international. And they claim delivery will occur in May of 2015, but they've sold thousands when they were apparently expecting to sell maybe a few hundred or something like that. So in my experience, this is when huge delivery delays occur. Having said all that, the bike does look pretty fun if performance lives up to their promises, which I kind of doubt. My guess is that the 350-watt motor combined with the weight of the rider and the bike is only going to get maybe 15 miles per hour top speed, and I'd be surprised to see the battery last more than about 20 miles because people are going to basically be full throttle at all times. But you can still pick one up for $599 if you pledge during the next 3 weeks. Let me know if you get one. I'll be curious how that turns out. Now that the Storm team has hit the big time, I wonder if they have a good system of communication for the team. If not, someone should talk to them about HipChat. Just imagine IM, video chat, document sharing, screen sharing, system updates, code sharing, and more in one simple platform optimized for groups. HipChat integrates with top developers like GitHub, Jira, Zendesk, and at least 57 other services. It brings projects and teams together. And now you can try HipChat free, no credit card required. Just visit hipchat.com/geekbeat and try it free for 30 days. And for the first 100 signups, HipChat is extending the free trial to 90 days. HipChat, your team, your project, in sync instantly. Now here's something fun. Did you know there's actually a place in the desert in Utah called the Mars Desert Research Station? Well, there is, and in May, I'll be heading to it by way of plane ride to Salt Lake City, followed by a 4-hour drive to the middle of nowhere. That's because the Mars Society is running the University Rover Challenge, in which more than 40 teams from universities are going to be building robots that will lay waste to humanity.
Oh, hell no.
Who will be building robots that will one day work alongside astronauts exploring the red planet.
Come with me if you want to live.
Cool thing is that Protocase, the guys who build 45 Drive's NAS servers, are going to be helping with custom fabrication for the student rover projects. Since they specialize in small batch custom projects, it'll be a perfect match. Each team gets to design exactly the chassis they want for the little death machine, and Protocase laser cuts it using their team of deadly robots, and well, you see where this is all going. That's right, one day the robots cut out the middleman. And I'm going to be there in May.
Robots.
I know.
That's not good.
I know. And I'm going to be there in May to witness the whole event. So if any of you are in Utah, tweet me and let me know, especially if you happen to live in the desert where I'll be visiting. Meanwhile, we've got links to the Mars Society at geekbeat.tv/1008. And you can find them on Facebook as well if you just search for University Rover Challenge. That's it for today's show. I'm John P. Thanks for watching.
It is time to get to work.
It's the Marvel experience. Welcome to Geek Beat.
Guys, we're back in my office because you have questions about all this. Smart Cap has come out with this awesome board. It's a connected smart board. It's